Welcome back, everybody, to the Blue Collar Geeks podcast. My name's Chris.
And I'm Mike.
Damn it, Mike.
Mikey.
Fucking failure. This is a podcast about geek culture where we don't go too deep, just a tip. All right, boys, we're going to start off this episode like we start off every episode. What are you drinking?
I guess I'll go first. I am drinking again the lovely mead from Gamdud Brewing. It is incredible.
Chris?
I'm drinking the shittiest beer that I have. It's the only beer that I have. It's by Laguntas. Am I saying that right?
No, but sure, go ahead.
Just let me. It's Laguntas Little Something, and it's a little nothing. But it was free, so that's the best kind of beer. Even though it's painful to drink.
There you go.
Mikey?
I have Pepsi. I have to drive later, so I am not drinking tonight. So, yeah.
Smart move. But I do want to make a clerical error. This is a podcast for the working class about geek culture. We don't go too deep, just a tip. Somehow that got changed. But unfortunately, Hammy is not with us yet. He'll be showing up later on in the show, probably jumping on Mike's bed behind him. Matt is sick as hell, so he will be showing up not this episode, but probably the next one. But
make a comeback.
Yeah, so it's been like 3 weeks. But something's come up like every week. He's had a shitty month. All right, guys. So let's jump into what we've been playing. Cover that real fast. Mike?
Well, I played a little bit of Battlefield Hardline, not too much. Honestly, what I kind of was waiting for this whole entire week, which everybody else was too, Mortal Kombat X. And I'm already well over halfway through the story. We actually all had like a little tiny King of the Hill match last night. It's an incredible game. I'm in love with it, but that's all I've actually played this week.
Nice, Chris.
I played Mortal Kombat, more Hardline, Battlefield 4, Ori and the Blind Forest. I played all the Telltale games, some more Dragon Age. I played some old Super Mario Brothers. I played some Street Fighter 2. I played Pac-Man, the old arcade game. I played some Jacks. We bounce the ball and you grab Jacks. Some tic-tac-toe on my fridge. I played Russian roulette with an old Chinese guy. It was weird. Oh, thank you. No, just Mortal Kombat and Battlefield Hardline. That was it. Hammy, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Mortal Kombat.
I've been playing cotton candy Swedish roll. Let me see and eat some Tootsie Rolls.
I got Tootsie Rolls. I dabbled in a lot this week. Mainly some Battlefield 4 and Hardline, and then Mortal Kombat. But then I also went back, played a couple games of FIFA, played like a round of Call of Duty, and then quit again. Remembered why I haven't touched it. And then I tried the Pool Nation FX, which was a free game. It was okay. I understand why it is free.
I was wondering.
I think Hammy's here. I'm going to go open the door. I'll be right back.
Perfect. We're going to pause the show for a brief commercial to wait for Hammy and the screaming fucking dogs.
Ahoy, boys. Jeb here, captain of the One-Eyed Snake. Let me tell you, it gets mighty lonely out here. Me and my boys get real antsy fighting the waves, day in, day out, having the salty sea spray all over our face, neck, and chest. But let me tell you, when we get a little rowdy, when we feel like fighting, there's only one way to relieve our stress. That's a frothy whale's vagina. I know what you're thinking. That sounds mighty weird. But let me tell you, when you reach for Gamdud Brewing Company's Imperial Stout Whale's Vagina, it goes down so smooth you forget all your troubles. you forget the lady back home, and you just get rowdy with your boys. Remember, that's Gam-Dud Brewing Company's Whale's Vagina. Sponsors of the Blue Collar Geeks podcast, something I am unaware of because I have no technology to listen to podcasts out here as a pirate in 2015. Okay, bye.
Hi, Emmy.
So glad I took cover right as he did that.
Right.
Hammy, you just joined the show. We just talked about what we've been playing this week. What have you been playing, sir?
I've been playing Hardline, Battlefield 4, Mortal Kombat X, of course. Marvel Dice Masters.
Nice.
I did play that. I feel like that's about it. I could be missing something, but I feel like that's it.
Well, okay. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Bridgeport's Trilogy Brewer Class. It's actually brewed by students from the Oregon State University.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, from their brewer program and another brewing program that I don't remember the name of. It's a dry hopped pale ale with a hint of nut. I just took one drink so far, so yeah. But yeah, it sounds good. It smells good.
Nice. And Mikey, can you open more wrappers and shit in front of your microphone, please? we'll wait. Thank you.
Maddie.
Mikey's shoving big long Tootsie Rolls into his mouth.
He likes the dark ones.
All right, boys. Since it's been a couple of weeks since Comic-Con, I know that we've all been a little bit more converted toward the comic world. I want to know what you guys have been reading. I think we can all guess collectively together as a podcast what Mike's been reading, but we'll let him cover it. What have you been reading, Mike?
I actually burned through the entire second trade paperback of Peter Panzerfaust today. It is cool because Hook finally made his official Hook appearance. Wendy and Peter are now in love, and we met Tiger Lily finally, and her and one of the Lost Boys, Max, are kind of dating now too. There's always got to be a love story to fuck shit up, but
is that a statutory thing, or are they of age?
It's definitely rape.
They didn't really go into age, and that was probably for a reason.
You think it's pixie dust,
but I kind of wanted to show you guys how Hook kind of becomes Hook in this book. Wow. I'm Dr. Seuss. If I can find it really quick. But it's pretty cool. It's got to be right.
Okay, here. Dark. Should we turn the light on again?
No.
But while you look that up, we got some drinkers in the chat room. Kui is drinking a Point Brewing Company Belgian white wheat ale, which sounds a lot better than what I'm drinking.
What are you drinking? I didn't even get to hear.
Oh, the shitty Lagunitas little something.
Were you just too lazy to go get something?
Yes, I'm a horrible person.
All right, so here I found it real quick.
Shots of Fireball. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
So this is when they first meet. Oh, let me bring it down. They're fighting. Peter's got a little shank, and then at the end of it, if you look right here, you can see that Peter kind of stabs him in the hand. And then in this bottom panel here, he's actually pulling it through his hand. And that's how Hook becomes Hook. And he kind of disappears. That's in the first book. He disappears for a little bit and reemerges in the second book near the end. And he is holy shit mad with a vengeance and starts killing people until Peter tells him where people that he wants to know are. But it's still I read through the second book, and now I'm even more sucked into the storyline because it's just so cool that you have Peter Pan, you have Wendy, you have Tiger Lily, you have the Lost Boys, and I knew that was coming, but the way they incorporate it all is actually super, super cool. So I read through the second one. I have every intention to burn through the next two by the next week, and we'll see what happens there. But it's cool because I don't know if you guys listened to the last podcast. Come on, Hammy. If you guys were here on the last one, I was talking about the first one and how one of the Lost Boys was being interviewed. Well, in the second book, he moves on to a different Lost Boy who has these other stories about Peter. So it's really cool. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to Peter. It's still completely in the dark, but it is cool because they're moving on to like, oh, this is, another one of the Lost Boys, and here's his side of the story. So it's awesome.
That's great. Hammy, have you been still indulging into the pulp?
Oh, yeah. I've polished off, I think I'm on volume 5 of Invincible. I finished off the 3 volumes I had of the newest run of Deadpool, and I'm on volume 3 of Cable and Deadpool.
Holy shit, dude! You jumped in head first.
I'm sorry, but yeah, no, they've all been great. I mean, Invincible, I think I was talking about last time, just a totally separate storyline with nothing you really know anything else about. That's been awesome. And then Deadpool is just classic. I mean, the 3 of the newest runs, great story. I definitely am looking to get the 4th one soon. And then so I went to Cable and Deadpool because I finally got the other ones that I ordered during Comic-Con. And they're so far awesome. Cable's kind of a cool, weird, badass mofo, and Deadpool's just being Deadpool.
That's awesome. I've been reading a little bit more Five Ghosts, and then I think I talked about it the last podcast. Okay.
Yeah, you're being a real dick about it.
So this guy was super aggressive with me at Comic-Con. He sold me the comic book Silver, which, if you can see the cover, for those of you who are listening to this via audio, I'm sorry. It's got a picture of a girl with a samurai sword on the front. And I read the first couple of pages, and the detective that they had in there talked like a old-timey 1920s, yeah, see, kind of guy. And I was like, fuck this. I want nothing to do with it. And then I had to take a dump, so I scrambled for some reading material and grabbed. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, that's where most reading gets done. This is where men make decisions on the Porcelain God.
All the time I read.
But I read into it, and I love this comic. It's really good. It's about a thief, which seems to be the going trend with all 3 comics that I picked up at Comic-Con. But it's super creative. The art style is absolutely amazing. It's more the noir, black. It like plays with shadows kind of thing. I'll show you guys. Kind of, there's a top-down view of the street. So black and white, of course, for low-budget comics. But it's excellent, really creative writing. It's funny. It definitely has like that Ocean's 11 feel, but it is focused on just one guy. Yeah, it's a good comic. It's by Stefan Frank. And for an upcoming little comic developer, it's really good. I would give him a shot. And it's being published by Dark Planet Comics. They're in Los Angeles. They're a new publisher. So look it up. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Mikey?
Nothing this week. I've been too busy.
Nice. We're going to flow right into the get to know the... By the way, Mike, your lighting situation is slowly getting darker. Yeah, you and Hammy have a really intimate setting right there.
Hey, we're going for mood lighting?
If that's what you're going for, you guys can keep that shit.
Hear the music in the background. We got some Barry Manilow going.
All right. We like to throw in a little something so you guys can get to know us. And we asked last week, what game brought us back to our childhood. But this week, we're going to go for the favorite game of all time. Who wants to start us out?
We're going to go youngest first, since we went oldest last time.
Yes.
Sorry, I was messing with stuff. Favorite game of all time?
This isn't something that we've recited. We're literally just putting people on the freaking spot. So,
and yes, we are sitting on a bed.
Where else do you sit with your male friends?
Yeah,
come on, people.
It's casual. It's okay.
Yeah,
we have consent.
Jeez. I feel like we kind of answered this one a while ago, but I mean, Super Mario Brothers is still one of my favorites of all time. I can always jump back into that and play it forever.
Yeah. It's always fun when you just pick it up, Maybe you have like a drunk day, you're just kind of hanging out. I think me and Barry did it a lot where we would just put on Super Mario and kill it. Cheap, mostly, but.
All right.
Next would be Miami.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm pretty sure mine changes every single time that we do this question. But Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I love those games. They got me into a totally different genre game. It's such a blast to play. There's so much you can do, so many different ways you can play. You can be the total asshole that murders everyone in the world. Or you can be kind of a cautious player and only kill bad people. But super fun, super easy to customize. Why are you laughing?
Super. Only kill bad people. It's the most boring way to play that game.
No, because there's still a lot of bad people to play. Like, I played as a good guy, because honestly, that's just how I naturally answer the questions most of the time, because I'm a nice guy, okay?
Yeah, and Mike should be put on a CIA watch list, you fucking psycho.
I'll fucking kill you.
I know. That's
Violence.
I've been told I look like a cutter.
I really want them to come out with a new one of those, because I love that. I don't really play a lot of open-world games like that, I guess. And games that you just play by yourself, and I really, really, really like that game.
Mine would have to be... It's hard. I want to say hands down, but I can't say hands down.
I know what it is.
You know the one that I want to say, Gears of War. And when I'm talking Gears of War, it would be the first Gears of War. But with Mikey saying Super Mario Brothers, it reminded me of freaking Super Mario 64. That game was also incredible. But I will stick with my guns here and say that Gears of War is by far my favorite game ever. So we'll go with that.
Nice. I was going to say Uncharted, but I don't think that's accurate. I think 007 GoldenEye would have to be my favorite game, because when it came to getting all your friends together, doing tournaments, playing through the night, and having the most fun, it has to be that game. Any game that will make you duct tape shit to your TV just so somebody can't screen watch where you are is a good game. You go through that much effort. So, yeah, GoldenEye is definitely mine. All right, boys. That's a little bit about us, but now we are going to move into a couple of things that we got to play and see, and we are going to rate those things of how many inches deep we want to go into them. You guys want to start off with Mortal Kombat? Because I know that's going to be pretty extensive.
Yeah, we can start with that.
Cool.
So I am somebody who's played Mortal Kombat since Mortal Kombat 3. I have pretty good memories of Mortal Kombat 3, and it was always funny to me because it was such a classic game, and like the graphics weren't, anything to write about, but they're like copy and pasted pictures of people. So, I mean, they were somewhat realistic, especially for that time. And just playing the series all the way up through what we have, playing last year, or in 2011 when Mortal Kombat 9 came out, that game was really, really cool, and we got really enveloped in the storyline and frustrated by the storyline. But it was one of the great games, and, this coming out, and me and Hammy last night got through well over half the story. It is definitely, in my opinion, the best one that's ever came out. And I've read reviews that also say the same thing. And I'm really, really thoroughly impressed with this game. The fatalities are pretty gruesome. I just unlocked a couple of the brutalities, so I'm looking forward to doing those. But all in all, I think the gameplay is super smooth. The graphics are very sharp, and interacting with the environment, whether it be grabbing an old lady out of the crowd and throwing it at a person, which is called, what was it, Blanche Advantage.
Blanche
Advantage. So
it was an achievement.
Yeah. So the Golden Girls reference in the freaking game, I was in tears laughing at that. But it's got the humor, it's got the, oh my god, did that just fucking happen moments, and a lot of gameplay stuff. And I think for at least for all of us when we were all playing, it wasn't like super unfair for one person.
Except when Ashley played.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Fuck horseshit.
But we all had a good time. except for Hammy when he played Ashley, and it was great. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with the zero delay when you're playing online with other people. I felt no, delay at all when I was doing my moves, because if I did have that, I would suck really bad. So I was thoroughly impressed with that. If I were to give it a rating, since I have to give it a rating,
How many inches deep?
I'd go 8 inches deep.
All right, that's pretty good. Who should Hammy go next?
Sure.
Why do you have such
Okay.
hatred for my wife, Hammy? What's going on?
I don't want to talk about that. I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about that after my review. I played, I'm pretty sure it was Mortal Kombat 3 that I played way back in the day. I used to do the tower battles like every morning before school.
I was doing that earlier.
And that was pretty much all my experience until Mortal Kombat 9, where we cruised through the story, had a blast playing it. But I still never really played on my own. And this game I actually now have. Thank you, Mikey.
You're welcome.
And I actually was playing it a lot by myself, just having fun getting the combos down. And so this is going to be kind of a first time for me actually playing to actually fight, and I'll actually be fighting these douchebags up here occasionally. And I'm pretty excited about that. And the storyline was great. I mean, 9 had a good story. I still feel like it was kind of cheesy at some points. This one has a great story, and it kind of goes back and explains stuff between Sub-Zero and Scorpion and just all kinds of cool stuff like that. So
There is a twist.
there's a
Don't
twist.
say
There's
that.
twists. It's awesome. Like he was saying, though, the graphics are beautiful. It's smooth. I haven't really noticed anything that seems too OP yet, I guess, but I guess time will tell on that. But yeah, so for my rating, I'm going to give it 9 inches deep just because of that fact that I want to play it by myself. I want to be able to get good at combos and all that kind of stuff. And the characters look awesome. So yeah, 9 inches deep for me comfortably. And the reason I hate Chris's wife, Ashley, is because she will crouch and just hit kick the whole damn time. And I can't get away from it.
Was back up. All you had to do was back up.
I'd be holding back and I'd just get stunned. And I just get pissed and I don't like her anymore. She's dead to me.
Fair enough. I don't like her either. Mikey?
Yeah, I played this game a lot so far. It's I don't remember exactly when it was available, but I started playing probably about 10 or 11
Turning off.
on Monday night, and then I was off Tuesday, so I probably played another like 3-4 hours Tuesday. I've already beat the story, just on the regular set difficulty, so I didn't feel it was as hard as the last one on some of the battles, but it's definitely a lot of fun. The coolest part, I think, was that Chris, Hammy, Mike, and I were able to all go into one room, and 2 people would fight, and the others just got to watch, and you just kind of rotate, and whoever wins or is king of the hill is usually fighting back to back to back, and I thought that was the coolest part.
That was great.
Just because you can actually go in there and you don't have to okay, you 2 fight, and if you want to fight this person, then you have to back
Fight
all the way
him,
out
do
and
this,
fight
yeah.
them. So I'm gonna have to rate it 9.5 inches deep, just because I love this game so far, and obviously I've finished the story and played a lot of hours into it, so it's very addicting, and we can get into more of what is going on with the game after Chris gives his rating.
Yeah.
Real quick, before you go, Chris, Mikey, what faction did you choose?
The Lin Kuei.
Wow, that's 3 for the Lin Kuei!
Is that the yellow one?
No.
Nope. It's
Damn.
far left.
Oh, nope. Not what I went with. I don't know what I went with. We're trying to get in and get with you guys, and it throws you right into that screen with no context. Just pick a faction right now. It's
I loved it.
Just turn one.
I loved it. It was the first thing you see when you turn on the game is you must decide right then and there.
You can change, though.
You can,
I had
but
no idea what it was. Oh, okay, good. You can change. I didn't even know what it was. But coming into this, from the last Mortal Kombat I played was Mortal Kombat 3. The graphics are freaking amazing.
They're a little better than 3.
Just a touch. The graphics are stunning. The environments are great. I kind of like that they're not doing the multiple level shit where you get kicked into different things. They kind of keep it on the level playing field where you can get good at it without having to worry about the environment too much. But I do like that in most of the levels you have at least one environment option on either side of the screen so you don't get backed into that corner. You can jump your way out of it by bouncing off the environment. It was a really good balance point for me because I'm so used to playing with people who would just jump kick you till you die. And you just end up slowly getting stuck in that corner and then you get annihilated. But this game had an excellent balance to it. I played that blind samurai guy. What's his name? Something Jin?
You're talking about Kenshi.
Kenshi.
Yeah, you were Kenshi, not...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm learning the names too. It's okay.
Quan Jim?
No, not Qui-Gon Jinn.
But I like that I didn't have to necessarily do all the power moves. I could just straight up punch and kick and do amazing combos, and it felt really balanced. And that it almost gives you enough time to block too, so you can get fairly good at just the hand-to-hand combat stuff, which is fun. I liked it. I was able to win a couple times, not playing this ever. And, I button mashed a little bit, but it was a good game. I give it about a 9 out of 10. I don't know what we give it that 10 rating. I mean, it is what it is, and it's great. So, yeah, 9 out of 10. Inches deep.
Cool.
Into Mortal Kombat.
It's pretty awesome game. If you guys have the option to check it out, highly recommend it.
Mike.
Oh, did we talk about the separate, where you have like 3 different subclasses? Did anyone mention that?
I think you did in a previous podcast, but not just now.
Oh, okay. Well, it's awesome. So, like, each of those characters you pick have 3 little subclasses where, like, one of the characters I loved being was...
Aaron Black.
That's his name. Aaron Black. Thank you. And one of his classes was you had, like, a long-range rifle that had, like, a 3-shot, a single powerful shot, and you could beat the crap out of him with the rifle itself.
Yeah,
I had another one. They had another one where he had just had 2 6-shooters, and he had some different combos with that. And then the other one was he actually just had, like, a little battle axe or a sword or something like that he could use. And I just think that's amazing, because that's going to give you so many different chances to maybe this character that you played for in the past didn't really have the moves that worked with you. Now you have different options to try out to see if that really works for you, and that's amazing to me. I love it.
Yeah, it was kind of cool because also you get different special moves for each subclass. Like, Raiden's probably the person I played the most with, and on a couple of his classes he doesn't have the teleport at all, where on I think it's one of them, just one that he does. So, but I was going to ask Mike, since I talked to you about it, the crypt, did you go in and mess around with that at all?
Yeah, we did. So, to give you guys a basic description of what the crypt is, not crypt.
Crypts. What the crypts are.
The crypt is like this, like while you're playing the story, you're fighting other people, you're earning coins. And the crypt is this area where you can get into and walk around, and there's like a graveyard. And you can buy, like, you go up to each tombstone and you can, like, unearth the tombstone for this much coins. And each of them has, like, they'll have, like, either concept art or another fatality for a certain character, or you can use a certain character in tournament mode now, or you can get their brutalities. It's really cool. A way to unlock a bunch of new stuff for the characters and to get some concept art, which I don't know what the point of that is, but it's really awesome. It is really cool because you're never, fully done with it until you burn through the entire crypt, and then you go, oh, now I have all these new fatalities to do. So I don't know about everybody else, but with at least me, Mikey, and Hammy, the fatalities are something that we will sit down in one night and go through every single one just to see what they are. So
now, did you find any of the hidden items laying around?
The only thing that I saw was, like, I was walking in the area and, like, all of a sudden this chest dropped down and I was like, what the fuck? So I opened that up.
So yeah,
that was it.
There's those that appear at certain times, but there's also, as you walk around, there's things laying on the ground that you pick up, like Reptile's Claw, Raiden's Staff, Kung Lao's Hat, Jack's Rocket Launcher, some different stuff. And so you have to pick them up because there's certain areas where like there's this big gap, and you have to use Raiden staff to transport from one side to the other to get to other things. And then there's this big shrine which you have to get to, and I found out that you have to spend so many coins in it to get this thing, which then there's a portal which actually goes to Netherrealm, so there's another whole crypt level where you can unlock more stuff.
Oh my god.
So it's like super in depth. I've probably spent an hour at least just doing that, walking around. So
Sweet.
Oh, and Kui, I will get into that, and I fuck it, I'll do it right now. I don't know if you guys saw it, but
yeah, I saw it.
there you can buy, like, they have easy fatality tokens for real money.
Yeah, it's stupid.
For real money.
Chris,
I need that. Oh my god, I need that.
But this is just absurd because they, like, if you think about Mortal Kombat 3, the way that you got like easy fatalities was the little codes at the bottom of the screen. Now, since everything has gone to these bullshit microtransactions, everyone's doing it, and it's just like, fuck that. Like, no, that is not okay. Like, that shit was all shit that was built into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of in-app purchases for AAA titles. DLC's fine if it's adding a ton of content to the game, but
Right.
in-app purchases, I want a whole game for $60.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't leave it out. Don't leave anything out. That's half-assing it.
Well, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like this is, like, characters is something you really need in the game. This is just something for, I think it's dumb, but it's something for people that are bad that can't do the
A simple
fatality that they
combo.
really want to do, which I don't know why
What do
you
you mean?
paid for an easy thing instead of just taking 5 minutes to practice it, but
There's literally a tutorial, a fatality tutorial in this game.
you just,
Yeah.
It
But
is.
in the crypt,
I'm
you
still
also
buying
get some.
fucking guys.
In the crypt, you can get tokens for those easy fatalities too.
Yeah. Like, and you can also skip fights in the campaign now.
Yeah,
That was kind of weird. And we kind of got screwed out of a fight, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, we did. When we were fighting Tanya, we decided to stop and
We had, when
Oh,
he
my
first set up
fucking-
his game, the screen settings weren't exactly right. It was too far out. We couldn't even see the health bar for like the first 6 fights. So like we got to a fight, we stopped, backed out, fixed it, and then joined the game back in, and it skipped the fight.
Yeah,
and we
it
were to a
skipped the
totally
fight with
different
Tanya.
cutscene. So that was kind of a bummer. I think it's stupid that they put that option there personally. I think you should have to struggle if you can't beat someone until you can. That's half the fun, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. So to go along with this microtransactions and crap, I have a little rant because they did this with Call of Duty in the supply drops for Advanced Warfare, where you can now buy a bunch of them and basically hopefully get some of these better guns, which is why I quit the other day because everyone just has all these, top level guns, and it made the game stupid. Not happy about it.
No, they need to. They need to get their hands microtransactions. They need that. Like Chris said, if you're buying a $60 game, make it a complete game. Don't put it to where you can just, it's not a buy to win thing. Like, it even drives me crazy in Battlefield. And Chris, I know you're guilty of actually buying one of these packs, but like, if I'm playing
And it
this
was
game,
horrible.
you shouldn't be able to just like be a level 1 and just go, oh, I'm going to spend $20 and get all these guns. It takes away from every single point of that game. Is like earning what you're supposed to have, and if you just put it there for people to buy, it's a waste.
Yeah, I saw those on there, and I've been playing with Mikey trying to get to the sniper rifle that he uses, and it's awesome. I was really close, and I saw those things for sale where you could buy the whole class, have everything unlocked for a certain amount of money. I was like, all the damn time I put into this, there's no way I'm spending on that. So that kind of pissed me off. But I agree, there's got to be a point where if you're doing it for like gun camos and stupid stuff like that doesn't actually affect gameplay, go ahead, I don't care. But when it actually affects the game, it's pretty stupid.
Well, in the way that it affects it, I think it actually is going to take the game and make people bored of it quicker.
Yeah, you have nothing to build for. That's the funnest thing about those first-person shooters is keep playing with guns. So you unlock the attachments, you unlock the next gun, you unlock this and that. That's the best part to me, at least.
Even Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
just saying like, oh, an easy fatality, which is cool if you just like are in panic mode and you can't remember something. But when you're actually doing the fatality itself, it's way more satisfying than walking over and going right trigger X. So
Yeah.
microtransactions suck. Screw you guys.
So what?
Alright.
Just real quickly, what do you guys think of the story, and how far into it are you guys?
The storyline?
Yeah, on Mortal Kombat.
We just got past. We're starting with Jacqueline Briggs right now, just so I don't have to give away any storyline.
So that's like 10, I think.
Chapter 10 or 11, I think, yeah.
So that's
Oh, wow.
probably 75% of the way through.
Yeah. I was glad it didn't end with Raiden. For a while there, the way we were going, I thought that first little Raiden section right before that was going to be the end, and I was kind of pissed. I was like, really? Last game ended with Raiden?
I wouldn't put it out yet.
Saying that the last game ended with Raiden?
We played with Raiden before that on the last game, too. Last game came back to fight Shao
Well,
Kahn.
that's true. I'm just saying at that point, though, the way it was going at that particular spot.
Chris, what do you
Yo.
think?
I only got past the guy that looks like Boy George. The dude with the white face paint.
Quan Chi.
What's his name? Quan Chi. I just beat him. So, I mean, the story's a little hand-fisted. They try to throw as many people in there as possible, kind of like Scorpion jumping onto the fucking helicopter.
Spoilers.
It's just fun, which I like.
That's an
I like
opening
fun,
scene.
stupid. It's.
Spoilers.
I mean, it's the Fast and Furious of campaigns. It's it's not based in reality or anything. It's just cool to see all the characters you love.
But
So I
you're
enjoy
telling
the crap
me
out-
that in reality people don't have a hook that they can go, come here with? Like, I don't believe you.
I do.
Well, sorry to burst your bubble.
Speaking of that scene, what do you guys think of like the real-time gameplay? Where, it's the scene and the button pops up that you gotta hit to, and
Big time events.
It was a fun
Yeah.
little thing to add, too. I mean, it's not hard. It's just, because they do have a lot of cutscenes in it. It's something just to kind of keep you focused,
Keep
something that
you
you
engaged.
it can change a little bit of the cutscene if you miss or not. It's just kind of a nice little, I think it's cool.
I
Nice
think
little
it's,
thing to do on the side.
I think it's better than the last game because, even though it's QuickTime events, I know gamers love to hate QuickTime events. In the last one, it was literally you sat there and you watched the cutscene, and then it would go to the fight, and you do the fight, and then it would go to a cutscene, and then you'd watch the cutscene, go to a fight. At least this one, you're more immersed into it. You can't just set your controller down like we used to. You can't set it down because you're like, oh shit! And it took a hook to the face, I'm dead. Now I get to redo all that.
Yeah.
Like, one of the quick times you actually get to do, and don't care if it's a swear or not, you get to do a fatality to someone in the
was a
scene,
surprise.
which was awesome. Like, all of a sudden some buttons popped up, like, shit!
I literally froze. Like, the buttons popped up, I'm like,
I
this
forgot.
this button, got it. Oh my god, I did it.
That was cool. Like, I think that's only one of those we've seen so far, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it was still badass, so.
It's great. It is. Go ahead.
That's my one qualm about the story. You don't get to do fatalities.
Yeah.
True.
But even past Mortal Kombat 3, it's not like the game has really changed that much in overall mechanics.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we're a decade into it, but it's still a great game.
But yeah, that's the thing about Mortal Kombat is it's timeless. So you don't have to change anything. You just have to tune it.
Yep.
All right, boys, something we've been anticipating for a very long time. Netflix original Daredevil. Who watched it? Okay,
Watched,
everybody
I
good.
think, 2 episodes.
Watch 5.
I'm at 4.
I'm at way too many. I'm almost at the end. I
his
binge
red
watched
suit?
shit out of it. But it doesn't change much, so I want to hear everybody's individual take. Should we start with the middleist person?
Well, there's 4 of us, so it doesn't really work.
We'll start with
Damn.
the 2 that are together.
Yeah, finish each other's sentences. Talk as one.
Be a
Nipples.
unit.
You picked the
You
one
can do it,
word
come
I
on.
can't run with.
Castles.
I'll go ahead and start then. My whole world experience for Daredevil, because I've never read any comics, never really did anything else, was the Ben Affleck movie. So I didn't really have much of a high expectation for Daredevil. But off the first episode, it got me kind of hooked into it. I love the style that he is, the way they portray it. I love Foggy, his guy at the law firm with him. I think he's hilarious.
A skinnier version of you.
Ouch.
Oh, that's an insult.
God, you guys are
I'm just
cruel.
kidding. But yeah, and I don't really know what to say without getting stuff away. It's awesome action. There's, mystery going on. You can tell there's a bigger storyline going right from the beginning episode that's kind of carrying through in the background of the whole series is going. They introduced Kingpin. Well, I guess they haven't said Kingpin.
Well, when you kind of show him like this big old dude with a pin on his freaking sleeve and everything.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
so it is Kingpin.
Yeah, but no one ever said it yet, was all I'm saying.
Yeah, because not everybody reads all about the show before they actually watch it. So
I mean, and I love the way they're doing the characters. It's pretty violent. It's pretty awesome as far as the action scenes go. And he's just a blind badass, and he plays it off really well, and he does a good job at it. So I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm at 5, so that's usually good for me. So.
Even more pathetic than Hammy, I didn't even know Daredevil was blind until about a month ago when Chris told me. So,
what?
So that's how much I knew about Daredevil. But it's been really cool, starting off. I knew that he was a lawyer and whatnot, but I, again, had no idea he was blind. But the way that they, portray him in the show, at least at the beginning, he's not really, quite put together yet. Which is really cool because you see a raw superhero getting into it. And the other thing I like is they make the violence actually violent. They don't have to dumb it down for any reason. So seeing him actually freaking beating people to crap, watching a dude throw his head into a spike, those kind of things are actually there. And
spoiler.
Yeah, douche. Nobody knows who it is, when it happens, or why.
I'm just going to be on my edge. I'm just waiting for it now. Where's the spike?
But, they just introduced Kingpin, like Hammy's talking about. I haven't watched past that. So I know who Kingpin is, and I'm excited to watch more. I'm ready for the red suit.
Yeah. I will say that Kingpin is, so far, probably my favorite character on the show. He's just weird, and I just want to keep watching and seeing what he does, and he's a badass and just kind of quiet and calm at the same time.
So awkward.
Very awkward, and they make that very clear when events happen that he does in the episodes, and it's great. Cool. He's probably my favorite character so far.
Mikey, I'm going to go down the nerd hole, so I'll let you go.
Well, I don't have too much because I'm like 2 episodes in. But
hear ourselves, Chris.
Oh, you guys have feedback?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's me?
Yeah, because we wouldn't be able to hear it if it was me.
Okay. All right, can you still hear yourself?
Yep.
No.
Wait. Yep. You still can.
Damn it. Okay, this should be better. As I thought against the thing. All right, go ahead, Mikey.
Still here, but it's alright. Basically, it's good so far. I'm interested in it. Definitely going to try and get more into it. So, that's about all I really have. I mean, not too much to say on it yet. So.
Okay, so I'll go down the nerd hole. Sorry, I was trying to fix my audio situation. They did an excellent job. What I really like about Marvel stepping in with this stuff and having some creative direction is that they already know their shit's amazing. So when they do these shows, it's pretty much, in the bag because they know that these stories have already been done. They already have comics with screen-by-screen shots of, essentially how you should film it. So I love the violence. It's very accurate to what's in the comics. Daredevil is the Batman of the Marvel Universe. He beats the shit out of people. And he definitely does this here. And it's almost a shocker the first time you see it. It's like, oh yeah, this isn't on a regular cable or Fox network where they wouldn't show this stuff. It gets ultra violent. And almost out of nowhere where it's like a stark contrast to what else is going on in the story. Foggy's amazing. He never shuts the fuck up, and that's kind of how he is in the comic, and he's always prying into things. He's great. I like how they make him this just ultra likable, smooth talker guy. It's easy to fall in love with him, which is for a supporting actor, especially in like Daredevil, where he's his whole role, he's just this boring ass attorney. So giving him that characteristic where he can shine all on his own makes it even more entertaining. When it comes to Kingpin or Wilson Fisk, so far, they nailed it. I don't know if they had him reading all the Kingpin comics, whether it's Amazing Spider-Man or Daredevil, making him this very awkward but super concise person, especially when he's talking in public or when he's getting angry and his face fucking twitching, and he got huge for this part. They just nailed the character completely when it came to like his presence. He's just a super quiet, scary psychopath, which is awesome. They did add the girl element really early, which I wish they would have had more character development. The only problem that I see with this TV show is they didn't really cover his powers. Like, it takes about 4 to 5 episodes to even get a grasp of what the fuck's going on, but they just kind of gloss over it. Like, I'm watching this with my wife, who's a novice when it comes to superheroes and stuff like that, and she doesn't really understand why he can do what he does. Because when he is fighting, I mean, he's doing, like, triple backflips and punching people and dodging bullets and shit like that, but they don't really cover it. I mean, people shit on the Daredevil Ben Affleck movie, but they cover that shit pretty well where, he kind of has that sonar ability where he's able to feel vibrations and everything. When it came to Daredevil, I don't know if I should spoil this. No, I won't spoil it, but they don't cover it very well. So when it comes to my rating right now, it's about a 7 out of 10 because it's got to build. It needs to pick up. I'm probably 5 or 6 episodes in. I'm a ways into it, and it needs a little bit more of the stress factor. I want to see more Daredevil and less bullshit politics, and give me the fucking red suit already. I mean, I like the Frank Miller suit. Don't get me wrong, and I like that there's a callback to it, which is where Daredevil started to get really dark in the comics, and they're kind of paying homage to that, giving him a beginning. But I'm ready to see the Daredevil that we all love, that we expect to see in Marvel movies, and I'm almost to the end of this series, so I can't wait to see it. But so far, it's great. I will watch every episode, and I'm glad I'm getting all the shit that I grew up with and seeing it on TV. It's fucking amazing. Yeah.
Chris is at half job.
No, he might be full blown.
Full mash?
Oh, yeah. There's a reason why my camera is only my chest and above.
Neo Gambit is asking, how about that Ant-Man trailer?
I don't think Paul Rudd is a superhero. I'm sorry.
Come on. He'll make a rom-com out of any Marvel movie. What do you guys think? We can cover it. It was part of the news.
It's one of those where I don't know if the trailer is really going to do it too much justice. It could either the trailer is going to look better than the actual movie is, or the movie is going to be a lot better than what the trailer is going to show you. Just because it's such a specific type of power and what they can really do with it, so it's going to be interesting how they're going to get a whole story out of it, at least in my opinion, to keep us entertained and keep that Marvel action going with it. So
I almost would like that to be like a TV show. I hated the fact that they're doing pretty much Flash, Reverse Flash, with the fucking yellow suit other Ant-Man guy. Spoiler alert for a trailer. Fuck, man, give him a decent story. That's just retarded. I do like the idea that, he goes small real fast, grabs something around somebody's collar, grows, super big, twirls him around, then gets small real fast, and they can't fucking find where he is. I mean, that dynamic will be fun to watch, but the idea of putting him in a story is going to be super hard. I mean, if they would have went really dark with like Hank Pym, where he's, beating the shit out of his wife and he's kind of this anti-hero, if they would have went that route, it would have been super interesting. But Paul Rudd, I mean, fuck, you might as well like cast Bill Nye the Science Guy. It's totally...
I like him as a comic guy and stuff like that, but I don't know about an action hero. So
I do have one thing to say about it.
What's that?
not really that interested.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
All right, we have some coming soon, guys. I'm going to let somebody who plays this game talk about.
I don't think that
what's next.
actually is any of us anymore, but
We're talking about the DLC for Destiny?
yeah.
Oh,
Called it.
yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I still do want to play Destiny. I just, at the moment, there's nothing for me to do. I don't really feel like getting on every week to do the same thing that I did the previous week. It hasn't really been worth it to me anymore. But I still like the game enough to where when the DLC comes out, I'm going to play it. I watched the trailer actually today for the first time. And we're going to the Reef. So that's going to be cool. There's a whole new storyline with that. There's apparently no new raid, though, which...
Yeah, we'll get into that. That's in the news.
We're in the news.
We're in the... No,
What else do
we're
you
in
want me to
coming.
do?
No, we're in coming soon right now.
Oh,
Yeah, don't expand on
it's in the
shit.
news. You said news. F off.
I'm playing.
Anywho, fine. I won't talk about that yet. I'll wait 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm still pretty excited about it.
Comes
So-
out May 19th.
I'm excited about the next thing coming up, State of Decay, coming out on the 28th of this month.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it!
I know. Another game this month.
Dude. Fuck, man.
Amy, did you play this on the 360?
No, I didn't. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah, I thought somebody
Mike?
did. This is one of those games where you're going to be obviously facing the zombie apocalypse. You have a character and you try to stay alive for as long as you can. And the craziest thing about this game is the second you die, that character is gone. Everything is gone. Done.
I like that.
So you die, and that sucks. It's time for a new character. So that'll be an interesting twist to games. I mean, like I think that should be something they do. It kind of reminds me back in like the old NES days. Instead of all these fucking checkpoints, if you die,
You're screwed.
all the way back. So I'm excited for it too.
And it's only going to be like $39.99, I think. It's not even a full price game.
I think it's a arcade indie game.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited about this next one. I didn't get to play the previous Wolfenstein, which I should because apparently it was a great FPS, great campaign, and I want to support people that are just doing great fucking games. So I need to buy this, play this. But Wolfenstein Old Blood is coming out May 5th. And
This is supposed to be like a pre-sequel. Type thing, or prequel, excuse me. I always want to say pre-sequel because of fucking Borderlands.
pre-sequel, quequel.
It's the quequel.
This is a quequel.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a prequel
Hi.
to.
Oh, thank you.
God damn it! They were doing this for like 10 minutes before the fucking show. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome. It's supposed to just be kind of like a expansion type, nothing super crazy or very very long, but it'll be awesome.
Hey.
All right. We're going to jump into our game release countdown. We got nothing. Deals of the week.
Nothing we're
let's start with
particularly
Mikey.
excited about.
Pool Nation FX was free. Was it worth even the hard drive space?
I canceled it on mine and deleted it. I don't care.
I actually emailed the developers and told them to stop making games.
It's supposed to be a very basic game. I mean, it's billiards, but half the time I didn't even know what was going on. I'm just like, yeah, next. Oh, I'm playing a game. Okay. So not worth it. Not worth my time.
But Child of Light and Rayman Legends are free. I did download Child of Light.
I have a hard time talking.
And I'm looking forward to playing Child of Light. NHL 15 is $30, but I would pay the $5 and get the EA access and play it for free because that's the only way you should play that hockey game.
Is it free
Go
if you pay $5?
Well, you get other things as part of this. You're right. You're
up.
right. But Metro Redo bundle is $24.75. The Evil Within $30. Haven't played it yet. Anybody?
I've heard mixed reviews about it. No, I mean I've talked to people who've played like the beginning of it. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's really twisted, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Is this just like a horror game where you run around and get scared and have to run around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to play that.
A horror game where you run around scared?
No, I'm scared.
All right, Mike, cover the PS4 stuff since I don't have a PlayStation because I'm not that cool.
Not yet. But just to kind of throw something out there will be a PlayStation 4 Batman Arkham Knight edition, which will be badass. It has a Batman logo on it. But anyway, the free games this month on PS4, this was last week as well, is Valiant Hearts, which I just started that game. I'm pretty intrigued by it. It's like a little 2D side-scroller type-ish game about a dude who gets taken away to World War II, it looks like. And the other one is new and tasty, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. It looks pretty weird, not gonna lie. I wouldn't put much time into it. Those are the free games this week on PS4.
Did you ever play Oddworld?
No.
I did. That was a side scroller, right? Yeah.
It's like a. I guess you could a puzzle Rayman-ish type game.
Nope, didn't play it.
Chris, do you just want to put headphones in?
Yeah.
Are you still getting feedback? I'm sorry. Well, let me play the next commercial real fast to go into our next segment by our super awesome sponsors. Hold on 1 second, gentlemen. Do not talk.
Are you a fan of tabletop gaming or role-playing games? If so, then join us on How We Roll. How We Roll is a live internet show where a team of gamers bring their tabletop to your desktop. Watch graphically rich role-playing adventures brought to life for your entertainment. You can join the adventure at twitch.tv/howweroll or view past episodes on youtube.com/howweroll. You can also get all the latest news by following us on Twitter or visit our website at www.howweroll.com.
Little intro music.
Oh, we gotta start up.
Chris is having trouble.
Chris died.
Yeah, one less member of the Blue Collar Geeks.
What's Mappin doing, by the way?
He's sick right now.
What's Mo doing?
Remember Mo does?
So many jokes.
Okay.
All right, boys. Let's move into the news. I'm not going to play news music for us. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to let somebody who plays this amazingly awesome game that has so much legs underneath it that it will never stop and never die. You guys go ahead and cover this.
The Destiny DLC, House of Wolves, which we mentioned earlier. First big thing about that is there is no raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of controversy on this right now as far as if it's going to keep people interested or not. I did read they're supposed to be adding some 3-person competitive mode with this. I don't really know much.
So it's going to be like team deathmatch, but instead of like a bunch of people, it'll be 3.
3v3, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They need to start doing more to keep people interested, whether it be different challenges or maybe, I don't know, bring the strikes, maybe changing them up somehow. I don't know. It's getting to the point, like, I am excited to play the DLC because I do want to get more gear just because I do enjoy playing the game. But I know after about a week or two, once this comes out, I'm probably not going to pick it up until the next thing comes out for it, which probably is a good sign that I probably should just stop playing it. But they got to figure out something to keep people interested. And I know there's a lot of people, like I have friends that we're on there every day that I could hop on with if I want to. I don't even see them playing it anymore at all, so I'm not the only one that's not doing it. So
if you take away a raid from one of the DLCs that was supposed to have a raid and was, used to basically drop people in and keep them in, because this game was supposed to have a life of 10 years, which for me it had a life of 3-4 months. And it's a super shame because I was how excited for this game. I was the first one out of this whole group to even know about it. And I'm sitting here telling you guys about it before it's just in the beginning stages of coming out. And I can't even play it anymore because it's like, oh no, we added this. No, what you did is you took a person out of a game mode and you called it something different. Like that's not changing the game up. And the fact that, you know, this raid, this is just on top of everything. There's going to be no raid for this DLC. Why? You've had so long to work on it. Why is there no raid? Like, oh, because we need to touch it up and everything. So how hard were you guys really working on this? Honestly, I probably won't even touch the game again unless they come out with an expansion. No, wait, that's called Halo 5.
Slam.
Nice shitty audio, Chris.
Yeah, your audio's gone.
Again.
God damn.
Be quiet for like a minute.
To kind of piggyback on that, I think they have... There's always been so many problems with this game. Error code this, error code that, blah, 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 getting kicked out of raids. And their latest patch was 6 gigabytes to fix the bugs with Crota and Atheon. They added a colorblind mode. They fixed some of the PvP stuff. I mean, but that's like a big update for a game. So there's a lot of issues, which it just seems to constantly be a recurring thing with them. There's always something new they have a problem with. So, you know, like I said, it's supposed to have 10 years. I see this game, at least in our group especially, dying off very fast.
Yeah, which is sad because I loved it for the first 3 months it was out. Couldn't get enough of it. We played it every night, I'm pretty sure. And it's just
for the mechanics, though. I mean, I'm not bagging on the mechanics of this game. It's a tight first-person shooter. Oh, yeah. It's just like if you took a first-person shooter and made it the most redundant thing ever, that's what this game is.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they really gave you much. To me, it's stupid because you have the gear that you can buy from once you usually come out with DLC, the gear you can buy to get your light level up. But it's never going to be as good as the raid gear. So the only way to be the max level is to have the exact same gear that every other person has in the game, which is the raid gear. And that just kind of, I don't know, it's like there's so many armor pieces, but it's like I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to be the highest rank if I don't use the raid gear, so it kind of defeats the purpose of even having that. And so I think we still need to hopefully find a new balance with that, to where maybe you can still earn better gear from other things instead of just a raid. Like the raid is the only way to get anything worth a damn, so
basically,
like, it kind of ruined that, at least to me.
I'm really excited about this next bit of news.
Oh, you're loud.
Sorry. Hey guys.
Aaron.
We all know that screw you guys. We all know that Disney bought Star Wars, and Disney also owns Marvel. So what Marvel did is added the entire back catalog of Star Wars onto Marvel Unlimited. And I'm getting feedback.
You are?
Yeah, as long as it's not a mic is in, it's fine.
I don't know, I hear it.
That means you guys have headphones in. As you guys sit there. Okay, anyways. We talked about if you're a person who just wants to jump into comics, a great way to do that is to get like Marvel Unlimited. It gives you everything a la carte as of 6 months ago. And now they just added 500 new Star Wars titles to that. And they're amazing. They've been amazing for a long time. I think, didn't you say John, who was a guest on our show, was really into those for a while?
Yeah, he read all the old stuff.
Yeah. They're fantastic stories. They were canon at one point in time, which I'm surprised that Marvel's even putting them on there because they don't really go with the new storyline. But great comics, pick that up. And again, I just want to plug Marvel Unlimited. If you're not too sure about comics, it's only $10 a month, and you can get thousands. And you can pick a character, whether it's Deadpool or Spider-Man, jump into one guy, grab onto a story, and read it, with 3 or 4 different issues, and you'll get addicted, kind of like us. So you should totally get that. Look into it. It's $9.99. Marvel Unlimited. Next one. This is kind of weird. We had
mixed feelings about this one.
This is an interesting business decision by GameStop. They are buying and selling old consoles and games. We're talking NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis, What do you guys think about this?
I'm going to go first. I think it's a absolute desperation move by GameStop that will work because I'm sitting here going, that's so desperate that they're doing that. I'm going to go buy an NES real quick. So I mean, it looks like a cry for help, but fuck, I'm interested.
And it's only in certain locations though, like New York and Alabama.
I can get it online.
That's true.
So I mean, any of that, it's just like, yes, again, it sounds like we're really struggling, but it definitely grabs my attention. Be like, wait a minute,
who would trade theirs in though? Like I wouldn't.
That's true.
Like, you have it lying around the house. I would never get rid of it. I could sit in a box for years and I'll still bust it out occasionally.
Yeah. A lot of people do. I see them everywhere. I do a lot of garage selling and thrifting. I always see old consoles.
Yeah, and if it brings it to the main market to make it more available.
Yeah.
But I agree with Mike. It's definitely a desperation move. I don't know as far as numbers and all that what GameStop's been doing lately, but I know us that used to be GameStop shoppers have severely changed our ways of buying games. So we've hurt them in that way. So, you know, if a lot of people are doing what we're doing, then
sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
So it definitely seems like a desperation move to try and bring all that back. At the same time, how much are they going to be spending by taking in these old consoles that, you know, may not work completely right and having to try and fix them up and make them in a sellable condition, and the games and everything that goes along with it. Cash for Clunkers program. Yeah, completely.
That's awesome.
I would love to see like little disclaimer stickers that say, you might have to blow on this cartridge, or you might have to shove a piece of cardboard in this NES to get your game to work. That'd be fucking awesome.
You're going to the stores to buy it. I have no idea how it works.
There's nowhere to put it in. There's nowhere to put it in.
Where's the disc go?
Yeah. Come here, kid. Check this out.
It doesn't even come with this. It's just dust.
The only cool thing, a lot of things resurface with that to come back and play those old games. That'd be really cool.
I have a quick question. Did anybody else with like a Super Nintendo or what? I can't remember if it was my Super Nintendo or my 64, the cartridge in the top,
SNES.
and even the NES. What?
64 and
yeah, and I even did it with the friggin' NES too. Now that I think of it, when like sometimes when the games wouldn't read, like in the NES, I would have, you know how you push it in the slot and it clicks down. I would kind of leave a little bit of overhang so it kind of like snap and just clicked in, and it would actually work then. And with my Super Nintendo, I had to do the same thing. I had to like press down and then pull it forward, so it kind of slammed into the slot.
Yeah, I wonder why your shit was broken.
It wasn't broken. It worked once I did that.
The fun quirks of old gaming.
Yeah.
But
oh, nostalgia.
Were you just asking if we had to do that too, Mike? Or
yeah, I was wondering if anybody else had that problem.
We did have to take apart our Nintendo or our NES. Take it all the way apart, and all those little prongs where the cartridge goes, had to bend them back out.
Yeah.
Took like 20 minutes, but it made it work like a charm.
Yeah. So.
There's more Top Gun.
Mike, this one's yours, Nerd Boner.
Oh, God. Prepare yourself for an hour-long spiel.
Yes.
I'll get them going. There is going to be a new Guitar Hero coming out. New guitar, new game. All right, Mike.
New music.
New backgrounds. Basically,
yeah, it's going to be a different point of view. It's going to be like a first-person point of view now, which I'll be interested to see how that goes. Because like if really cool. It could be, but honestly, like, you know, if I had hammy rage and I saw like somebody in the crowd booing me, I'd take my guitar to my TV. Like that's what's going on. That's why the first. Oh my God. Just wait a second. You want a nipple for that? You want a nipple for it? Belly nipple?
Bitter face.
But, no, going back into it, the first person will be different. So you will actually, you know, see the difference between a good and a bad performance. The other thing that's really, really different is going to be the guitar itself. So it's going to have 3 buttons on the top and 3 buttons on the bottom. They're in the same area, but they're offset, like top and bottom. And one's going to be color coded. Huh? Yeah, 2 rows of 3.
Yeah.
And 1 row will be black, 1 row will be white.
But they look like wood grain frets, though, right? There's only black dots on them, black and white dots.
Oh they're actually. I mean, the frets themselves are actually wood grain, but the buttons are black and white.
Oh, okay.
So what that's supposed to, I guess, like simulate is the inside and the outside of the strings or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't understand exactly what they meant by it. But it's going to be totally different because I'm used to the 5 color-coordinated buttons where I could just shred. And now I'm going to have to get used to just 3, and moving up and down will be different, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a new challenge. I won't be able to jump straight into this game and conquer it in 5 seconds. So
yeah,
I am very, very excited for it. I will own it on launch, which is supposed to come out fall.
Yeah.
Oh. We'll see.
So we will not see Mike for about a month.
Yeah,
not till Christmas.
He will be.
Not till Christmas.
Playing.
I'll send you a text, and then that'll be it.
I mastered the game,
guys. I need help.
He has like 12-inch fingernails that are all curly Q and fucking long ass beard. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to Guitar Hero 3 and just play the Devil Went Down to Georgia. It's a great guitar duel.
You're not allowed.
Just say no.
And then the other nerd bomb for the other guy sitting in that room. Black Ops 3 was confirmed.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you said Vietnam. I hate you in the face. It's not even Vietnam.
What is it?
It's supposed to be. The literal description to this was, it was like warfare where robots have taken over. It was like the fucking description. I'm just like,
yeah. I stopped. Yeah, even looking at anything on it once I saw, like at first, because it was like they showed the Black Ops 3 thing, and it looked like the same kind of cover as Black Ops 2 with the silhouette of the character in the background or whatever it was. And now you kind of look at him, and it looks like a robot, and I'm like, done. Nope.
Over it.
I'm over it. I'm apparently done with Call of Duty.
I will not buy that game.
So I'm pretty upset about that.
Yeah. It's funny, though, to see how many people have now jumped back to Black Ops 2 since this game was announced, though. Everybody and their mother's like, ooh, Black Ops 3. I gotta go play Black Ops 2 again. I gotta get good. So, but which just speaks to the fact that Advanced Warfare is already crap.
Yeah.
So, people are already jumping away from it, so.
That makes me so mad.
Especially when I bought the premium edition.
It's the best $100 you ever spent.
Yeah.
You bought the premium edition?
Yeah.
Idiot.
I don't even play it at all.
It was like a lock it up championship type game, and it just fucking flopped.
That's true.
Yep.
And even Black Ops 2, I wasn't like that big of a fan of, but I can admit it was a good game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of when you stopped playing.
Yeah. Ghost was trash too. Sorry, guys.
So have you guys seen this? Have you seen video or screen pics of GTA 5 hitting PC in 4K?
No,
I'm not.
Holy shit.
I'm not about being a PC gamer, but this made me second guess my decisions because it
need to
looks
be careful here.
Amazing.
Because Neo is going to just blast us because he's a PC gamer.
I'm retarded. That's why I'm not a PC gamer, because keeping up with the antiviruses, no, not my bag.
That's why you have a Mac.
Yeah.
Hi.
But no, it's the screenshots in this video game on PC. Like, seriously, take a shit on the Xbox One and PS4 graphics. You just look at it, you're just like, what the fuck? It looks super cool. I'll have to pull some up after we're done to show you, but it's pretty amazing. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of how big this game is on PC, this came out a couple days ago, and this game already has more active players than Skyrim ever did. So
impressive.
Whoa, ever did? I thought just like currently. That's nuts.
So That's how popular this game is right now. So it looks awesome. They already have a mod out for it. I don't know the details of the mod, but there has already been one mod released for it. So that is the bonus of the PC side of everything. You can mod the crap out of everything and make everything awesome. I remember playing Battlefield 1942 on my PC and downloading mods so that it would be like Modern Warfare. And it was so much fun. It was awesome. You couldn't even tell that was, Battlefield 1942. It was fucking like a Modern Warfare game. It was called Desert Combat. It was awesome. So I am envious that they get to do all these freaking mods and stuff. So
NeoGam and GTA 5 with Oculus Rift. That would be pretty amazing.
I was just going to mention that. Yep.
That'd be pretty badass.
That way you can almost murder people. Really?
Yeah. Right?
We're not too far off from getting a 4K headset. It's really not that far out of reach. As soon as these, developers, Facebook and fucking Sony, develop those panels to where they can put it in a headset, we are so close to walking through GTA. And I don't know if you guys have seen the harness where you can actually run in this bowl. We're so close to shooting each other in the face on the regular.
I feel like it's going to be sizes, though. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to play.
I got one round.
I don't think it's going to fit me. Like what I'm saying.
Guys, wait up, guys.
I become a skinny gamer. I just don't think it's
That's why we wouldn't allow you to play. Like, no. Hammy, no Call of Duty. You've lost 30 pounds this week. No.
I was talking to Mike about this. There's going to come a time when gamers are so cut and so buff from running in these fucking VR little things. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to put it down.
That'll be good.
You guys doing it? Am I doing it?
Xbox One is going to be the first to get their hands on the Star Wars Battlefront.
And I'll elaborate on this. It's nothing that PlayStation fans need to be panicked about. But
they should panic.
We all know about EA Access, and it is exclusive to Xbox. So what that means is, Star Wars Battlefront is made by EA, and if you have EA Access, you get 5 days early access of that game. So Xbox One will have earlier access to this game than PlayStation 4 if you are a member of the EA Access program. So I am. I will. So
I will be.
Yeah.
So that's awesome because, even though it's just like 5 days, it's 5 days. That's 5 less days that I have to wait. So this game can't come out soon enough. Then the second thing, Batman vs. Superman trailer will premiere Monday in IMAX theaters.
Woo!
Yeah, this actually is something I'm interested in. Chris, you know a little bit more of the backstory on it.
Yeah. Well, essentially the setup for this movie, if you guys don't know, and if you listen to this podcast, you probably already know, is if you've seen Man of Steel and how they pretty much destroy a fucking city just out of a fist fight, that is the setup for Batman versus Superman, to where Batman's like, these gods are on my planet, completely destroying it over a feud. And that's a setup, and I'm really excited to see this. I'm hoping Apple normally gets the rights to theatrical trailers super early, so I'm hoping to see this on my iPhone the same day. We will see.
Yeah.
Because there's no movies out right now to see this trailer. That's the problem.
Soon enough.
I still need to see Fast 7, so.
Oh, good point.
Yep.
No,
That's from a
you
crowd,
need
Jim.
to see it.
I know.
I'll go with you. I'll watch it again.
Sure.
Mandate.
I already had my mandate.
All right, let's do it. You guys want to do our next commercial now so we don't have them so close together?
Do it.
All right, we have another sponsor of the show, Gamdude Brewing Company. We're going to play his audio right now. So nobody talk.
Talkity talk.
Snake words.
Heights. Boy, boys. Jeb here, captain of the One-Eyed Snake. Let me tell you, it gets mighty lonely out here. Me and my boys get real antsy fighting the waves day in, day out, having the salty sea spray all over our face, neck, and chest. But let me tell you, when we get a little rowdy, when we feel like fighting, there's only one way to relieve our stress. That's a frothy whale's vagina. I know what you're thinking. That sounds mighty weird. But let me tell you, when you reach for Gamdud Brewing Company's Imperial Stout Whale's Vagina, it goes down so smooth you forget all your troubles. You forget the lady back home, and you just get rowdy with your boys. Remember, that's Gamdud Brewing Company's Whale's Vagina. Sponsors of the Blue Collar Geeks podcast, something I am unaware of because I have no technology to listen to podcasts out here as a pirate in 2015. Okay, bye.
Oh my god, dude. Are you going to play the other audio or no?
We're not quite to beer.
Touche.
Contest.
Woo! Woo!
Boobs. Boobs.
So I think
I say we extend this a week.
I agree. We were fortunate enough to have people participate in our fucking contest.
Yeah.
Hi.
So thank you for those two listeners. Unfortunately, we are going to extend it one more week to allow more people to get in on this. The prize to this contest to throw out there is one of these amazing BCG, that's really hard to say, hats.
Wow.
Letters
Butcher
are
our
tough.
name. Good job.
Made by our very own Mikey. He is an artisanal hat maker.
That'd be artisanal.
Or ITs.
All right, so the parameters of the contest. We want you to tweet to @BCGeeks on Twitter. Sorry, @BCGeeks on Twitter to show us your geekiest thing that you are proud of. So send us a picture, and we will get in contact with you during this next week. I've been taking shots of Fireball for like 2 hours. We're going to get in contact with you in this next week to let you know if you won or not. So send those things in to us. We had somebody send a Comic-Con cosplay of, is it Peach?
No, it's Rosalina.
Rosalina.
Followed by a roar by Bowser.
God damn you.
Sorry.
Fucking Amy. And then we also had a listener send in, they have a Mario Brothers chess set, which is pretty damn cool.
Which is Cody.
So send those things in. You can send in things such as this. I'm going to brag just because I found this for $10. It's fucking awesome.
You can't wear it. I am
Walking
not
away.
interested.
Walking away.
I
Why are you
know.
walking away?
I want it.
Look at this absolutely amazing Halo Master Chief helmet, life size. And then if you take out the top, that actually holds the Halo 3 game and a additional Halo something or other.
If that's life size, Halo Chief is a little bitch. That's a tiny head.
My head is huge in comparison to this. But it's really cool. I picked it up for $10. I'm kind of
That is badass.
But something like
Fits
that.
up there
you know?
nicely.
Send it in to us. If you have Batman underwear, we don't care. Send us a picture. And you could win your very own hat, and we'll get in touch with you, and you send us your size, and we'll send it off. All right. Next audio. Oh, no. Board games. You guys play some board games.
Oh, yeah.
We did. I don't know why we have the Zombicide Prison up there, because we didn't really get to play it that much. We played it a little bit while we were at Comic-Con.
Why does it say Zombicide Prison Rape?
Don't worry
That's-
about
It says it doesn't say rape. There's no rape there.
Horrible.
Oh,
things.
okay.
But what me and Hammy actually got to play was some Marvel Dice Masters. Not only did we get to play some Marvel Dice Masters, we went fully down the nerd hole with Marvel Dice Masters.
We went hard.
I told him about it. We told him about the expansion packs that you can get. And how many did we buy?
Well, so I came over. You had already bought in the starter pack. And
And
how many?
20.
And 20. So he had gone with Fred Meyers. So we jammed over to Fred Meyers real quick. and they had 53 remaining, and we bought all of them. And then we're like, we're getting into it, might as well go hard. So we went to Walmart, where they had the red set, which is Marvel and X-Men, which I don't really understand the difference in the packs. They both seem to have Marvel characters and X-Men characters, or different characters from each groups. So anyway, and they had a full box of 60 that we purchased all of those of. So we're set.
So like about 115 packs in one day. And we opened them all, and we were very pleased. We got some rare cards out of it, so it was awesome. Chris, how many rare cards do you have?
None. And I've spent probably 4 times as much as any of you fuckers. Matt has a rare Scarlet Witch. You have a rare Green Goblin, and I hate you both. I hope you die.
Yeah, and I have a rare Spider-Man as well.
And a rare Spider-Man.
Fuck me.
But what's absolutely absurd is these things cost 99 cents, and just the Green Goblin card is selling for $46 on eBay. So
stop it! I have an addiction.
2 cards per pack.
Chris,
but no, this game is really cool. It's actually a lot more strategic than you think. Hammy actually beat me both times. The first time I was just letting him get the basics of it, and the second game he just fucking ran over me. So
no, you only lost by 2 the second time.
Still, like it being your first game.
Chris doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
It was really cool. I would suggest if you guys are going to get into it, it's a dice game. Check out how it's played. We actually learned a little more that Chris didn't even know about the game, so there were some minor tweaks, and we were playing it right, and it's definitely worth knowing. You can even go to how it's played to even watch exactly what the game is, and it's a lot of fun. I suggest you check it out.
And it's like the actual creators of the game that have videos up on how to play it, which we watched the first one, and I was totally lost, and it was craziness. Then we played, then we went back and watched that video again, plus more videos, and I had a good grasp of it, and it helped a lot, and got us some small things that we had done wrong in the first game that we could elaborate on and figure out how to do it right. So, I mean, it's a pretty cheap game, and this game you can collect things, which just always makes it that much better, in my mind at least. And for $1 each time, if you go to the store, hey, $1, get another one, see what you get. And it's cool, you can customize your team. I went total strategy the first game against him. I had a card that was, what the fuck is his name?
For what?
Oh, Nick Fury, sorry, I totally forgot. Nick Fury, and his card was each character, when Nick Fury is active, gets +1 attack and +1 defense if they're an Avenger character. And each character has like a little X-Men thing or an Avenger thing or a Hydra thing on them. And so I picked all Avenger characters.
This was his first game. His first game, and he was already freaking doing that.
I just had to find the card. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go hard.
My first game, I'm like, I like that character. I like that character.
But yeah, it's pretty in-depth as far as the way you set up your team, because they have certain power costs, which you, Chris, you've explained in a couple podcasts, so I'm not going to go too far on that. But it's super fun. It's really not that hard once you get a hang of it. There's still some things that I don't understand fully, but it's really fun. And it's easy to do and just pick up and play with your friends. You know, even if one of you collect it, you can still have one of your friends come over and give them half your deck and see what you guys get. And so,
yep. And Quee, to answer your question, we picked up actually the Dice Master feeds were at our local Walmarts, both of them. And the cool thing is, it's really exciting to see that, because it's been a really long time before they were able to publish this game and not have it completely sold out. So the idea that they're able to get it to the mass market is great, because it's rumored that they're going to extend this into the DC universe. And the moment that happens, I'm going fucking broke as shit. So I would love to see Batman fight Spider-Man. And like Amy was saying, it's a super in-depth game. But the cool thing about this game is, unlike your Magic or your Pokemon, you don't feel like you have to keep up with everybody's cards. Honestly, you could play with the base set and strategize in such a way to where you could win against somebody who has a bunch of super rare cards. You know, it's just the rare gives you a slightly heightened advantage. But it's all about the way you play. And honestly, with the variety that they give you, even in the base game, you can play 100 different ways. That's what's so cool about this game. So we've been talking about it for 3 different podcasts. Definitely go and pick this up.
And another thing, real quick, just throw that in there, is
no.
F your couch. F your couch.
I can't believe it came out.
Wait, did you fuck my couch?
I caught him a moose one day. I was...
Damn it.
Not going into that right now. Leave me alone.
That's why my dog flinches when Hammy comes over.
He gets excited. You know it. Any hoozles, when it's not like if you get a Wolverine card, you never need another Wolverine card. They have many different character facings that could be the same character, but they have different bonuses to them, like different wordings in the bottom description. Like they could have a different attribute that could help your team out in a different way. So using this Wolverine for the team that you're setting up could be better than using a different Wolverine.
Which will also cost a different amount to purchase.
And different amount of energy, different amount of things. They're different styles of the same character. So that makes it really cool to where you don't just open a pack and say, like, Wolverine, got it, gone. No, it's something different most likely. I saw four Wolverines at least that were totally different, and that's...
Yeah, I don't
that
think we got duplicates.
Yeah, no, I don't remember getting a duplicate, so it's pretty endless as far as the customization there for your team that you can do.
Yep.
Nice. Chris, what other board game do you have?
No one cares.
Oh, come on. Okay, this game is called Sushi Go. It's by Game Right.
Hi.
Thank you. It only costs about $12.99. This is a card game, and it's not a collectible card. Thank you. It's not a collectible card game, so you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of different things. The base mechanics of how this game works is you're trying... Oh, thank you. You're trying to score the most points out of 3 rounds. And how it works is everybody gets an X amount of cards based on how many people are playing. You choose 1 card out of your hand. Set it... Oh, thank you. You set it in front of you. And then you pass your hand on, and based on the cards you're pulling, whether you do different combinations or some cards of the same kind will give you multiple point bonuses. Why are you guys laughing? There's a lot of math to this game. It is ages 7. Oh, thank you. It's ages 7 and up. Ages 7 and up. It is very easy to learn. There's a billion videos on YouTube in order for you to learn how to play it. And I like the idea that you could really pull this game out in front of anybody and they would enjoy playing. It's super simplistic. Thank you. The characters that are on the cards look awesome. I'll show some of our viewers online. There's some sashimi, and all the little sushi rolls have little faces on them and stuff. It's just a really fun... Oh, thank you. A very fun, creative game. Pick it up. It's called Sushi Go. Fuck you guys. Oh, thank you. We're gonna... all right. Oh, thank you. We're on to our next segment. Hold on, nobody talk.
I can't see. Somebody else do it.
He's done with the segment.
It's time to review the beers based on a holiday 5-pack. A super specific seasonal brew package. So we're gonna grade them 1 through 5. Not 1 through 6 like a regular ass 6-pack. Why we do it this way, I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to Mike.
All right, boys. We only have, 3 drinkers in the house, and I'm drinking sludge. So,
Sludge.
let's review our beers.
Mine's going to be quick again because I had last week the same beer. I had the mead from Game Did, which I already rated. I believe I rated it at an 8, which I think is pretty...
An 8 out of 5? Is that possible?
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. 4. This was 4.
Oh, time to change it up, motherfucker.
It was a 4 out of 5. It's really good. It's crazy because it's not carbonated. It's a mead, for God's sakes. But it's the first mead that I've ever had, and I really, really enjoy it. It's got a really good flavor to it. It's really easy to drink.
I thought you were giving that to Chris.
I was, but I didn't feel like going anywhere today. So I drank it, and it was delicious. I am super, super stoked that he is sending us beer. Again, thank you.
Yeah, free beer. Awesome.
All right, and I was doing the Bridgeport Trilogy, which student brewers, Oregon State University, and another brewmaster that I don't know, some other thing. but it's actually really, really good. Like I said before, it's a dry hopped pale ale. It's a little darker than I usually go for as far as pales go. Not quite as hoppy as I usually like either. But it's really good. It's got a great flavor. Its finish is really smooth. I think it's only like a 5.7%, something like that. But yeah, Bridgeport, I've only had... They're a pretty popular brewery. I've only had a couple, though, and this is actually really good. I'm probably going to buy this one again. And it was only like $3, so good price on it, too.
Yeah, I'm drinking Lagunitas Little Something. So I think of like being in an...
Go ahead and rate the Fireball.
Being in it... Oh. This is swill. Do not drink this fucking beer.
You like swill?
The Fireball, surprisingly, drinks well just by its fucking lonesome. I wanted a chaser at first, but right now I can drink it like it's Kool-Aid, which is probably a bad idea. So, yeah.
Wait.
Drink Fireball. Thank you. Drink Fireball, kids.
What do you rate the Fireball out of the Holiday 5-pack?
That's a 10 out of 5.
5 out of 4 people have problems with fractions.
All right. I had Wild Cherry Pepsi because I'm driving later, so it gets
Where?
no
Why?
dating.
This is why we need the like boo sound mixer like board. Like boo.
You bitch!
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to go pick up some family from the Garth Brooks concert up here in Portland, so
We're all sons of bitches.
yeah, blame it on the family for me not being able to drink and get drunk tonight.
I'm blaming on them for getting me out of the Garth Brooks concert. It's horseshit.
You know what's fun? Putting in like 9 sticks of gum during a podcast. That was the largest piece of gum I've ever seen somebody. I gotta pick somebody up at the airport.
Not gum.
Oh,
Think
sorry.
like drinking that Fireball, Chris.
Oh,
It's
all right.
Tootsie
Nobody
Roll.
talk
Hi.
again. All right, everybody, shut up.
Now it's time for coolest shit of the week for his or her pleasure. What's your pleasure stick?
That makes me so uncomfortable.
We gotta change that. It's so awkward.
Nope.
Nope, stays.
I love how that's awkward, but we're sitting here playing it out.
That's not awkward. That's normally what we do every day of our lives.
Oh my god.
All right, let's start with
No
Mr.
homo.
Fireball over here.
Sticker Pammy.
Chris, what is your pleasure stick of the week?
Well,
Oh, he's about to steal everybody else's.
oh, Mortal Kombat? No, that's too
Nope,
easy.
Nope, you're stupid.
Honestly, I'm going to do Marvel Unlimited. I just want to throw that out there again. The amount of stuff that you get for $10 a month is ridiculous. And the fact that they just threw Star Wars into it, the entire back catalog of the Star Wars comics, I recommend going and picking it up. And if you have an iPad and you don't have this, you're fucking insane. That is the best way to read these things. So pick it up, Marvel Unlimited. That's all you have to Google. You'll find it.
Hammy?
Mike?
Okay, fine, I'll take it. Mortal Kombat X. It's everything that it was advertised to be. Super awesome. Some gruesome ass fatalities. Really fun to play with friends. So, Mortal Kombat X is probably going to be the game I play every time I come home now for a solid couple weeks. So,
Yeah.
that's got to be my coolest shit of the coolest shit this week.
Which is also known as your pleasure stick.
Right.
Hey guys,
pleasure,
we got our first hate chat by a big dick 69, which
Ooh,
I don't know
original.
the amount of credibility goes into that, but he said this stream is gay as fuck. I like that so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
You just made Chris so happy. Thank you.
Oh god.
All right.
Oh,
Continue.
wait. Before we move on, I just want you all to know that El Pancho says that he is Mexican.
Oh, cool.
Arriba!
Oh my
Thank you.
god.
Hi.
Wait, is that wrong? Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, my pleasure stick is going to be Daredevil. Mainly because I had no real faith going into the show. Other than Chris saying it was going to be awesome and great, and he loves Daredevil. That's pretty much all that I had that was good. Everything else that I had was based off the movie. So it's been a great show so far. It's got me wanting to watch multiple episodes at a time. So that's definitely mine. It's a great show. You should definitely check it out. What?
Chris.
Are you crying?
No.
It's my cool shit of the cool shit pleasure stick of the week is also going to be Mortal Kombat. Like I said earlier, I put many hours into this already so far this week.
I think.
So, like I said earlier, probably a specific part of that is the multiplayer room, which we played King of the Hill in. The fact that you can have multiple people in the same room and rotate fighters and actually get to watch their fights was the coolest part about it to me. So that is my pleasure stick of the week.
Mike.
I already went.
Oh, shit. Time flies when you're bored. Just kidding. Not really. Well, guys, we have surprisingly reached the end of our show within 2.5 hours.
Yeah, which is kind of a miracle.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Hammy. We just want to let you guys know how you can get a hold of us. We are on Twitter at BC Geeks. You can also email us at bluecollargeeks or bluecollargeeks@gmail.com. Fuck, Fireball. I had fun. You can also look us up on Facebook. We're the Blue Collar Geeks Podcast or Blue Collar Geeks. You can friend us or like us. Be sure to tweet at us. Remember that we do have a contest going on. It will end by the next episode. You can win one of these lucky, fucking sexy hats that Mikey makes. Just send us in a picture of the geekiest thing that you are most proud of. And
I will try to put out a new video sometime in the next week. If you haven't gone to our YouTube channel to check out Chris's Had a Bad Game video, you should do that and see how terrible he is at video games. We are not lying. I think it was Neo who attested to it, at how bad you are, Chris.
Chris, after you left, he actually posed the question, Hammy, how frustrating was it to have the worst person on the planet as your teammate?
And I buried you.
So,
and we also want to give a call out to at the end of the show to our loyal listeners. Milk the Femtor. How do you say that? Milk the
Femitar.
Femitar. No, there needs to be another E in there. Milk the Femitar. Hambone. Computer Geek 777727. Neo Gambit, of course, always keeping strong. Quee, happy to have you.
Junk Farmer.
Junk Farmer, of course, and then the guy that sent us our first hate.
I got you, Junk.
A Big Dick 69. Thanks, buddy. Also, El Poncho. It's nice to have you. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, remember, just a tip.